pretty good at playing like, and I never could, my strategy was going in, there were 13, 14 people. So I would.
Members can get any footlong for just $6.99. Every irresistible club is packed with tons of veggie.
It was River. I think your stream is on. You were watching from the Twitch.
Signature
That's probably a course there. Oh, did he just put on screen?
You have to mute it. Yeah, you have to mute it.
Min did. Okay. But the whole time I was like, I'm gonna go in with 7 people, and I'm going to like be really, really loyal to those people, and I'm not gonna like the people that I'm not loyal to. I'll be able to vote against them and build trust with everybody else. Now, whenever I was like, oh my god, was during the thing where we had to like the truth or dare comp. First round, Allie and I had a conversation right before, and we were like, okay, Allie, you can't play. We need to figure out a way to knock out Alex's close people, and because this is our last chance to knock out his close people, and then we can move forward. But then we also have to like work together to make sure one of us wins. So Allie and I were like, we're both gonna ask Alex a question because we know nobody else will because he's working with everybody. So Allie asked him a question, and then whenever it got to my turn, I was like, okay, I have to ask him a question. But I was like, I cannot, like, he's gonna know so bad. But if I don't ask him a question, Allie and that whole side of the house is gonna be pissed off. If I do ask him a question, like, he's gonna be pissed off. What do I do? So I asked him a question that clearly was not written in the rules. And I said something, and then everybody was like, you can't ask that. And I was like, God, I'm so dumb. And then I messaged him and was like, oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna help you, because he had vented earlier about the whole Andrew thing. And I was like, I was trying to help you with this and that. Fast forward, Alex was just like not messaging me back, and he was giving me a face the whole time. And I was like, Alex does not believe me. Fuck. So then the second time, Alex finally messaged back. He was like, just don't ask me another question. That's all he said. So I go, there's only one way for him to believe that I don't know what I'm doing. So I looked at Robbie and I asked him a question. And I asked him the same question that I had already asked. Everyone was like,
you were both trying to play so dumb in that. You and Allie were both trying to play so dumb in that fucking truth or dare comp. Like, I didn't know you were coming for me in that comp. Like, and Robbie hadn't agreed specifically to not ask Micah questions. So I had to be the one to ask Micah questions because I didn't reserve a person, because we had all agreed to each ask a different person questions. And I was stuck with Micah, which I didn't want to do.
And everybody was like, really,
I asked Hal the biggest softball question ever.
Oh my god!
No, thank you so much, Robbie. That was
Piss me
amazing. I
off.
appreciate you.
Piss me off. I was here blocking Micah from putting one of my closest allies on his board because I was trying to be there for the team. My new team.
Everybody was your team, Alex.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, what am I gonna do?
That
person never wins black market. That person never wins black market. I should have learned my lesson.
One thing I did want to talk about that I forgot to say when we were on stream earlier. We are talking on stream, but I don't think anyone's watching. But the Truth or Dare thing, if they had nominated Alex, if the board had nominated Alex and Andrew
would have left.
I would have been toast. I thought I was like,
you guys literally, had you done that, had you guys not, and if you really had listened to Robbie, I mean, that was a great move from Robbie, because we would have been done. I mean, and then I would have been stuck with Allie and River 100%, and I would have gone back to that direction. So it would have been, and Micah, and I think Micah at that point, we had said, I think Micah and Allie probably win the game. I think it's a totally different universe. I think that Micah, you probably end up at least making it to tonight, had that happened.
Yeah, and then basically that side, if you will, went out one after the other after that, which was and I don't know, it might have been a whole different game if it was the other way. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would have been, because it would have just been Alex and Robbie, and that would have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably get caught in like fifth or something.
And I would have jumped. And no offense, Robbie, I would have jumped ship in 2 seconds to River and Allie. So
I totally get it. Yeah. I think that I would have needed to really win some comps, and I probably don't make it to the end.
Okay, I have to ask a question, Robbie. Why were you actually trying to throw exec yesterday?
I thought about it. Yeah.
Why were you throwing it? You would have left.
I was
You would have gone home. That was really what did that. That's really what ended up pushing me over the edge, because I genuinely think because I won. I definitely win that VP no matter what. So like I knew how to win that, and I obviously I'm a community.
Yeah, see, I had no clue that VP was coming. I done.
No,
really
of course. So you would have, of course. I mean, I understand logically. You've been doing so well in the comp, so like obviously, like the odds were good that you could have won. I agree with you, but you would have gone home. Had Hal won exec, I probably. Well, no, I still would have lost this game because y'all fucking.
Well, so I do want to bring that up because I think it's funny because first of all, I did not see River's 1v1. Just want to make that clear. But if River never sent that, then I would have probably chosen River and we would have been Final 4 and maybe River would be in Final 2 right now. So it's just interesting.
I also want to say, because Stu was eating me the fuck up last night in the chat, and I want to make it very clear. From the jump, and Taylor and Danny and Hayden can vouch for this. I made every conversation through all the DRs, all the one-on-ones, every conversation. I never got anyone's number or any personal information because they made it very clear from the jump. You are not allowed to copy and paste conversations. You're not allowed to send conversations, blah, 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 blah. So I never got anyone's personal information. So whenever I did that, it genuinely was not cheating. I thought, because we were able to share contracts, we were able to share poison cups. So I genuinely thought, oh, that means we can help whoever we want to win. That's part of the game. And that's why I did it in the DR, knowing there were like 3 people on production watching. So like, I just want to make it very clear on a personal level that like, I hope that that's proof that I wasn't trying to cheat, because I was doing it publicly in the DR.
But if you didn't do it, you would have been in the Final 4 because I probably would have chosen you. So you should have not done it.
I know, but I didn't know it was cheating. I thought it was like, oh, help who you want to win.
I've been expelled for the same thing.
I guessed it on my own, but yeah.
Danny expelled me from her org because I didn't read the rules.
Yeah, I literally eliminated him from the entire org, and he did not talk to me for like 3 years. But River was not trying to cheat.
I don't think River was trying to cheat.
I know, and me neither. I messaged him. I messaged like in the Lions chat. You know.
Sorry, say what you're saying?
I was like didn't read the rules like an idiot.
So I have 2 things to say. One of which will be the serious thing that we're talking about now, and then another thing so we don't have to talk about this serious thing anymore. I want to apologize to you personally, River. I overreacted last night, and it's because other than Andrew, there's no one I protect more over the last 6 years than Hayden. And so I saw it as the game that you know my kid loves to put on is being whatever, and it wasn't. And I do apologize for what I said in the chat, River. And I did, in my defense, I did say to Hayden, don't read, I'm putting bits on this and don't read them, and he didn't. But people could go and read it if they wanted to, and I apologize for that. I think I've been saying, Danny can, and Hayden and Andrew can all verify this. I've been saying you are a fucking incredible, dangerous player, and I would not want to play against you at any point. So that's enough of that stuff.
I'm like, River's just gonna get me, man. I'm like, I just can't do it. I can't, like, he's gonna get me.
I do want to toot my own horn, though, and this is where we're not getting serious anymore. Hold on, let me find it. There we go. Okay, so this happened on February 22nd, 2026. I did not play this game for Andrew in any way, but I did send this message as I'm trying to support his crazy ass in a DM. I said, actively cheering for Robbie in the chat, because I always cheer against Andrew because I'm cheering for him, but actively cheering for Robbie in the chat because your win happens with some combo of Robbie, Alex, Snow, Hal, and Final 4.
Well,
so
well,
that's kind of crazy, right?
Wild. Thank you for manifesting it.
And you know why? Because if he had let River get to the Final 4, this shit was over. It was fucking. It would have been 27-2 final vote. Like it was.
Well, because I felt bad because like I had already kind of like planned out like, okay, like these are the people I'm vibing with. I'm gonna put all these people on my board, and then River shows up 2 hours before, and I'm like, oh my god, I really like River, and like we're having great combos, but now I have to like leave them off. And then it was downhill from there. And I was like, well, I mean, yeah, like I had to, and I was like, but it was, I talked for a couple days, and I was like, these are the people I think I want to put up there, and I was like, damn. I was like, oh well.
Well, that's what happened is, and I have a question and then a response based on my question. Okay, Stu, this is for you. I think my only regret, because I think I played a clean, like, I'm proud of my game.
You fucked up.
My one thing that I'm like, I don't know, should I have, was the very first vote. It was a 3-3 vote. I was this close to keeping you. The only reason I didn't was because I'm new to this whole org community, and I was like, Stu had pitched. All he said was, he didn't say names, but he said there are people in this game right now that I will be down if you guys keep me. I will be down to go for them. And I was like, everyone was raving about Stu, love Stu, and I was like, okay, it seems like everybody loves him. It seems silly to keep someone in the game that everyone just already loves. So I voted against you. But now, about 2 weeks later is when I realized, there's like a major alliance going on of people who've like been in this community for a while. This is very clearly the people Stu was talking about. If I would have kept Stu, would you have actually went with them for them, or would you have played with them?
I never would have, and this is why it was important to both of us that he not save me. I never would have directly gone for Andrew, but I would have directly gone for every other veteran in this game. And not out of malice, just because I know that they're good. It would have been better for me to play with you and, not Luke, but, you and Tara, and even Robbie. At that point, I didn't know anything about Robbie, but...
what do you consider veteran?
Like, Stu, we could work together.
He would have come for me and you, Micah, is what Stu is saying.
Wait, no, Micah, you played before? I thought Micah was your first time.
I've never played this, so I'm like, what do you
I wouldn't have gone for Micah, but here's why Micah's an incredibly dangerous black market player. Micah is going to be in the bottom 40% of nobody's rankings, ever. Ever.
Top the whole time, though.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to always... the very worst Micah's going to be is when there's 12 people left, 7. It's the worst that Micah will ever be. So Micah's going to be number 1 on 2 or 3. So Micah's a dangerous player, but for me, not until later. Like, Andrew had to go, Alex had to go, Ava had to go, Allie had to go. In order, River, for us, our hypothetical alliance with Hal and Tara to get to the end.
Yay, thanks for including me.
We had to get those 4 out.
I do have another question. Okay, so the rookies did have an alliance based off of Stu was talking. All of you guys as staff, I was taking notes, and that's when I quickly realized, Andrew was there and Stu were there. And it was all the rookies. And I was taking notes. And
I know, and I was like, why are they all bad-mouthing Andrew? And I was like, he's going to tell them. And I was like, I'm going to keep quiet and stay out of it. As everyone was like, we got to go against them. I'm like, bro, I'm not jumping in. I'm going to play it. It's chill.
So we were all like, we should play together. And we really did. We banded together, me, Luke, Hal, and Tara, to be like, there's clearly an alliance. We don't know who that is yet, but very clearly people have played before. Andrew, did you go back and tell everyone that we had discussed an alliance or no? Because we were all like, I don't know if you did or not.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm like, they think that we're all in an alliance.
100%. I knew it. I called it my confessional.
And I was like, and we didn't make one until like...
No, we didn't have an alliance after, but I also just do want to say, and I don't like I get it, like the rookies versus whatever thing, but I just have to say the reason that like Micah and Allie and I were talking and working together, and Micah, for the sake of argument, you are not a rookie in terms of this community, obviously, but like they were the people like actually really talking. Like the person from Cast Reveal, and I hope she watches this, the person I decided in my DR that I was going to make my best friend was Tara. Tara, and then she literally would not give me one thing about anything. And I really wanted to work with Tara, and then she wouldn't even talk to me. So I was like, fine, I guess I'm gonna work with I have to work with people talking to me. So, and River didn't show up till we literally started the game. So I had River showed up a day earlier. I probably would have, that would have been probably even more locked in for me, but like we didn't, so I was like, Andrew was talking to me. The person who talked to me the most was Alex Nada. And I had not actually played with really either of them, but they were just the people that were actually talking to me. And so were Mike
Tara was not, girl, Tara wanted Alex Snow out from jump.
I know, and I'm gonna keep never mind. I'm not gonna.
No. It was all. You just thought you were a big competitor. It was never anything negative.
No. I know. I have some suspicions there, but I'm gonna keep them to myself. But
so actually, do you know what even a crazier hot take is? I've only ever done 2 orgs in my entire life, and it was 2 traders, which is like more luck than anything. But on the second one, Tara was in my season, and Tara went home first because I led the charge for it.
Oh no.
Girl, how'd you repair that this season then?
Tara was like, oh, nice to meet again. And I was like, girl, you shouldn't have giggled when the traders were revealed. She was like, you can make it up to me by keeping me this season. And I was like, work. And I was like, I don't know if I trust her yet. But then once we all figured out, oh, there's only like 4 of us who have never played any of this before, we kind of have to stick together. We like locked in hard.
I didn't realize that you played a game with Tara before. That's interesting.
Yeah, she mentioned that to me in DM.
Girl, we knew.
And she was like, it didn't count because I was first boot, and I was like, oh shit, I'm lucky.
So Robbie and I played a game together, but I didn't remember, but he remembered. So, but we did a year ago.
Tara was pissing me off because the way that she was literally, she was fighting for her life to protect Robbie. Robbie was like, for whatever reason, her number one. Me and Hal and Tara were like, this is how this has to go. Blah, 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 blah. And she was like, but Robbie. And then that's when I kind of like lost love for it whenever the twist was, which also Alex can vouch for this. Whenever it was the 4 for 4 in the contracts, I told Alex, I was like, in my head, I was like, this doesn't make sense because this is an easy comp to win. Like, because all that's going to happen is the 4 are going to band together, and then 3 people everybody's just going to band together and then fight for it. And then what does Hayden do if nobody's willing to budge? I was like, there's going to be some sort of twist. So Alex Snow messaged me and was like, let's band together. I said, what we should do is go on 2 different contracts, and then if there's a twist, we can just make sure we're solid because we'll just go to each other. And he was like, okay, just hope I can find one. And I was like, bye. And then landed with Hal and Tara and Allie. And then, but then after that, the twist was, of course, you can't band together with the same people, which Robbie and Alex F. and who else was it? Micah had already basically told Tara, you can't, sorry, we already like banded together, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and then they were fucked.
Tara and Hal were going to be screwed. Well, then the twist was revealed that those 3 couldn't band together. So they had to band with Hal and Tara. So Tara and Hal had all the power. But because Tara wanted to protect Robbie so bad, for whatever reason, she dumped Hal. And I was like, girl.
Smart girl. Thank you, Tara. Appreciate it.
Well, yeah, I felt like that's why I did that twist, because I was expecting that same thing, because going from 4 to 3, I'm like, okay, each group's just going to drop 1, so I want to keep it a little more dynamic where they have to mix it up, basically.
Well, I was trying to use my being friends with everyone for that for us to like stay in it and eliminate Tara and Hal, because I was like, and that's why I had already that whole day before you even announced the twist was like, I know River and I are good, Allie and I are like, let's just make that a thing. And luckily that thing ended up being.
And I was loyal to Tara because I was offered a contract by both Alexes and also with Micah and Alex S. And I was like, no, I'm going to be loyal to Tara and Robbie. And I was like, wait, Robbie's on the fence. Okay, a whole day later. So then I asked Micah, I was like, Micah, you mean Tara? And then Micah's like, no, how about you mean Alex? I was like, I'm not going to dump Tara. And then I ended up getting spun out. But I was happy to be loyal because that's how I play these games. So yeah, I was loyal to Tara. She was great.
I fought for my life this season with Hal.
And I love you, girl. You're amazing.
But yeah, that round, it was with the standoff and the contracts. That was probably probably my favorite moment of the season was that. Just because like that no one's budging, and like in my head I'm like, if it's gonna budge one way, it's probably gonna be the way it happened, because that was a more fair way. Like it would be split between. It would still be 3-3 between the last round's groups. So I thought that was probably where it was gonna budge eventually. But it did, but it like really at the last second. But yeah.
So Hayden, you're saying your favorite part was not when I was fighting for my life to get River and Allie to talk to me for the last 24 hours of the comp, and River ghosted for 12 hours doing whatever, and I was like, we were like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Is this gonna freaking stalemate? So Allie and I are like, I guess we're gonna contract together, and luckily River still made me exec, but
I had to play, girl. I literally, okay. What's crazy? Hayden, do you actually watch the DRs or no?
I try to read them as much as I can, but sometimes I'm like, okay, Mark
23 videos.
Oh,
I had to play the entire time, because I was like, if I let anybody know that I'm like playing and talking to as many people as I am, they're gonna cut me as soon as they know. So I just kept having to be like, oh, gosh, I'm a mess, and so I had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
It was a great season, Hayden.
Thank you.
It was.
It could have been better if night one had gone a little differently. I think that
I agree.
I think River. It ends up with a final 5. Now that I know that River would have pressured me to get rid of Tara, who would have probably been my number 1.
No, I'm fucking with Tara. I would have never pushed you to get rid of her.
Then I don't know. It's the final 5 is some combo of Micah, Robbie, River, Hal, Tara.
Yay! Thanks for taking me to Final 5 again.
I think I can't save Andrew at some point at like 7 or 6, and and I have to say, fuck it, that's fine.
If you were in the game, me and you would have been under review like every single night.
Yeah, it would have been quick.
Would never have let that stay. You know that, obviously.
Yeah.
I never would have allowed that.
And that's why I literally I didn't campaign to him when he was exec, and then when he was VP, we were in the room together at the very beginning of those breakout rooms, and I was like, dude, you can't save me. Like, I can't just come into this game and then Andrew saves me because we're besties. Like,
and I was like, I don't want to. I was like, fine, I don't want to. I want to save Hal Tara.
And but it ended up being great, and I loved not playing. Honestly, it was a lot of fun to just watch it unfold.
It was also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I've talked a lot.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say it was also. Well, I was gonna bring up kind of two things. I really liked. Well, the ski slope comp brought a lot of drama. Obviously, I thought. I think I'm probably gonna bring that back. We'll see. Even though it took forever. And it was probably one of
no wheel, or less wheel.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like you could integrate where it's like you could integrate it where it's like, okay, to get past the slope, you have to pick somebody who puts you in the top half of the rankings, and if you pick them and they're like, you're in the bottom half, so you don't pass the slope.
That could be good. Yeah, that's was thinking. If I rework it, it would probably be something more like.
I wish someone got to reveal their
like
rankings in that final 6 comp so that I could have seen that I was last on everyone's rankings. That would have made me.
I think that day I had
my rankings.
Oh, Hayden.
Yeah.
Remember when you first brought me in, and before the actual stuff started, I said what my initial rankings were. Did you count those? I said reverse alphabetical order.
Oh no, I use
Andrew and Alex to be low.
I use JT's.
Oh,
for your blacklist, I use that. But
you didn't use my initials.
No,
okay.
yeah.
That's fair. That was more fair.
I was mad that your blacklist counted. I was gonna fight it. If I was in final 2, I would have fought Stu's blacklist hard.
I put the 3
I said
people
Stu's fucking bit. Stu doing a bit, and I'm gonna lose this game because of a bit.
It was the 3 people I thought were gonna win, and that's who I put bottom 3.
It's fine. I wish Ava. Speaking of, I wish Ava showed up here. Ava and I would have ran this game if Ava cared.
And Andrew would have maybe lost black market if Ava shows up.
Yeah, Ava, River, and I would have been the most dynamic trio ever.
Girl, Ava was not playing as hard as me. You and I would have.
No, she wasn't. I'm saying if Ava was on, if Ava was activated, the three of us would have destroyed. But Ava just was not here.
Well, I will say Ava actually did. She was like in contact with. She got called into work.
Okay, good.
So, and she told us she gave a new blacklist for her jury vote, which we couldn't accept because of the rules. There was debate about that impression, but that is like the rules. It explicitly states in the rules, so I had to go with it. But she had Andrew first. So.
Aww.
Of course. I knew you were gonna get Ava's vote. I really did.
Listen,
I knew you were gonna get Alex's vote. And you didn't.
I evicted Ava the day her cat died. So like, I wasn't very sure I was gonna get her jury vote.
That's old stuff.
I meant more that Ava just wasn't activated in this game.
Listen, people don't forget. People don't forget. And listen, it was entirely my fault. You know, I was being manipulated into doing it, and I fell for it, and I can never apologize enough for her. But you know,
this ELOP competition was crazy because every DR. I was like, this is gonna just go home. For example, the bloodbath one, I was like, I need to get Alex Faust out. Everyone's fighting for him. And whenever he was able to land in the bottom, I think I said over a stream twice, I was like, I'm just voting for you because you have so much shit and I just can't vote for Hal. But I knew I had voted for Hal first the entire time. I assumed everyone else was voting Hal for the top because he was such an outlier. And then Alex Snow had also let it slip to me that he was voting Hal high because he's like, well, Hal's just not doing much at the moment. So he was voting Hal high, and I was like, likely if I tie it, Alex will go home because Hal's I think been consistently high. So, but I had said in my DR, I was like, I need Alex to go home tonight. The next week, I was like, I need Ava to go home tonight. She's playing too close to Alex Snow. So if I can take her away, then Alex Snow can play closer to us. So
all those people are putting me first on their blacklists. Oh.
And then the next week, I was like, I finally was like, I need Micah to go because Micah is just not playing with me, but clearly he's landing so high. Micah needs to go. I don't know who he's voting for. I don't know where he is. And then once the ski slope came, I literally looked at the DR and I was like, I don't know. I was like, everybody needs to go. I was like, I'm so stressed tonight. I was like, and then I ended up landing on Andrew being the one that needed to leave because I was like, if Andrew makes it past tonight, he wins. Because Robbie is playing too close with him. He's going to take him through. Alex Snow has been forced to play too close with Andrew because of how the game has went. Hal's going to take Andrew because duh. And I was like, so if Andrew gets any type of movement, he wins this game. I need Andrew to go. And then I was like, but also Alex is gonna win. Also. And then who went home? Me. And it's because of my crash out. Which Stu loved to say because the last comment of the stream was River was out of character tonight. He acted panicky.
I mean, just between us, was I wrong?
River said every word. River simultaneously told all of us he was voting for us and was not voting for us on the jury. River was like, I'm not voting for you, Alex. And then 2 minutes later was like, I'm voting for Alex over everyone. You're all bad at this game. And then was like, I'm not voting for Andrew and I want Andrew. You literally, it was so funny.
Someone said in the chat, they were like,
River literally said all night that so-and-so is going to win. And I was like,
you said everyone's gonna win at one point or another.
Yeah. Oh, you froze though.
Yeah, I did because I'm pointing out why every. but I called it. I said, Alex, if one of you are going to be fourth place, Alex, if you eliminate me and you're up against Hal, I even sent you a DR message where I was like, if I'm in the bottom two with Hal tonight, I go home, which is fine for you. But if tomorrow you land in the bottom two with Hal, you go home. So is that worth chancing it? And you were like, right, I totally agree with you.
I guess they could have, honestly, you guys could have just been really loyal to me and taken me to Final 3 and they still would have lost. So, joke's on both of you. You could have been fully loyal.
I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
No, I was right. It was fair. I mean, I was high. I was higher than, because I literally was higher than you 3 rounds prior. It was just, but we were all really close. That was funny though, because I was negative 11 and you were negative 12 or something.
I just wasn't sure if they would actually do it. Because, obviously I have mad respect for your social game. When I put it on paper and I'm like, all right, if Alex asks somebody to do something and I ask them to do the opposite, I'm like, they're gonna do it out.
I didn't really coordinate enough with people this season. River and I kind of talked about it, but I didn't really think she was going to do what I wanted.
If I played again, I would coordinate more.
Yeah, we honestly we really like, yeah, it had been a bigger cast too, because it wasn't usually like, if there was like 10 people left this week,
but Robbie, we didn't need to until we got to like 5.
Not really, no.
The big, like, it swung.
It's so interesting with jury management. It's so interesting with jury management because it really depends on each person. But like, what I respected most about Andrew's game is like, I feel like Andrew was really honest about what he was doing the whole time. And if he wasn't playing with you, he wasn't playing with you. If he was playing with you, he was playing with you. Or as I feel like,
but that's also my chronic problem is that in almost everything I play, everyone's like, oh yeah, like Andrew doesn't want to play with me. So but like 99% of the time, I'm like an early boot because I'm just like, I don't want to talk to half the people, so I don't, and then they just give it to me.
Oh, also, Jayla cheered 100 bits and asked, did Stu win?
Rob King.
I feel like the winner. I do want to talk about Robbie for a second because I don't play these games, and I only joined. Like, this would have been a nightmare for me to actually play for 4 weeks. But like, Robbie might be my new Ashley T, who was Andrew's DR buddy, I guess, since he didn't ask me.
Well, I couldn't because you played, and plus, you know how I told you my DR is a black pit, and you can't be there.
Yeah. But like, if I am ever 20 years from now in an org and Robbie shows up, I'm going to remember, and I'm going to try to work with Robbie. And there's a 50% chance I'm going to snake the fuck out of Robbie at some point during the game because you are just too good at this shit. I don't know how Hayden found.
Well,
I found a scenario where I was going to vote him out ever.
I found Robbie because I worked with him in a different org. So yeah.
I cannot believe Robbie. I didn't realize. Did you know that I was in that game? I forgot.
Oh, I immediately knew. Yeah.
And I played I played a bad version of the way I played in this game.
We both forgot. Sorry, Robbie.
I was messy as fuck in that game. I was so messy.
You got backdoored, and
I have a quick question. So
yeah, I didn't know what to do, and I think people just really wanted you out for some reason. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's all right. I was playing messy in that game. Also, before you move, I just have to say, since we're talking about DR buddies, I had the best DR buddy this season who literally saved me and helped me.
My DR buddy
was convincing me of everything. Sophia killed it.
The solid choice.
She was in there more. Sophia talked more than I did in my DR, if I'm being honest.
You definitely have the most active DR.
Yeah, I definitely had the most active DR. That's why you couldn't do turn order, because if you did the server, I would have won by far, because my DR was going crazy at all moments.
Yeah.
We played a game in my DR where Paige had her kids at her school color over stars, and then we tried to see who could get the most stars, and my DR buddy beat me almost every time.
Yeah, I remember watching that game.
That was fun.
What was I gonna say? It was funny watching all the people that technically knew each other but didn't realize, for the first few days. Well, especially Hal and River. I'm like, I know they met in person, but they do not remember each other. And then Alex is like, oh, I've never met Robbie before, and I know you played a game with him. So
I was like, wait a minute, Hayden. Robbie totally played, and I remembered you because I only really remembered because your picture was so familiar, and then my final two in that game, Becky, was Robbie's number one op in that game and wanted Robbie out at every moment. So then I was like, why do I remember the name Robbie like that? And that was what got me there.
I think she didn't like me because I was a confident straight man, and you know what? It happens.
If you go back to the premiere episode, there was Hal introduced himself right before me, and then it gets to me, and I'm just sitting here going, yeah. And it's because at the season 49 Survivor premiere or finale,
yeah.
We were all sitting there. Hayden's ordering at the bar. It's packed. I'm talking over 100 people. Packed. I'm standing right behind Hayden, and we get to a conversation. None of us know each other, mind you. Me, Hal, Hayden do not know each other.
Well, I kind of knew you from you were in Hannah's server, and that's how I knew you.
Yeah,
Hannah
we
band.
never had.
Yeah.
And like talked about orgs or anything.
Yeah.
And so Alice
Chocolate
did.
Factory Hannah?
Huh?
Chocolate Factory Hannah?
Yes.
Different one.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, all right, cool.
And Hal was standing next to us, also ordering, and then we're like mildly talking, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have this like org that I do called Black Market," and I was like, "Oh, that sounds fun." And Hal just turns his head and goes, "What?"
Yeah.
I was really excited. It did fun.
Really, the funniest thing ever is finding out that Hal came to this game via a bar. Really made me laugh. It just really killed me.
Just like, you guys should play. And me and Hal were like, "Yeah, we'd love to play." We like looked at each other. We were like, "Yeah, this sounds fun." That was months ago.
Months ago.
I kept it in my head.
The biggest pre-game alliance ever. Get them.
Without even knowing it, because I forgot.
So then, whenever Hal was introducing himself, and it was right before me, he goes, "Yeah, I don't know. I was just here, and then I was at a bar, and then Hayden said he was playing this thing, and I was like, I want to play." And I was in my head, I was like, because he had just said he was from California, I was like, "That's so crazy. I met Hayden in a bar."
Yeah.
Like I hit it, and then Hayden was like, "River, your turn," and I was like,
It was perfect. The order was perfect, and I saw that moment, and I was trying so hard not to laugh because I knew exactly what was going through your head in that moment, but I couldn't say anything. But yeah. Also, Zach Snow cheered 100 bits, said congrats Andrew with a heart emoji. Thank you, Zach.
One of the greatest of all time, right there.
The goat. The goat, Zach Snow.
Speaking of greatest of all times, just so that Hal and Robbie and River and Tara, if she's ever watches this, you came in, like, our community started 6 years ago. And there have been a crap ton of orgs, and I am not slighting anyone. Anyone who runs an org, I think they're incredible. I've played some with amazing people. They're just beautiful people who run orgs. Society's arguable at this point, but this is the granddaddy of them all. This is the org.
Well, this eats up society. I say as a society.
This is the one that if you win this, you are immortal. And unfortunately, my son booted me night one, and the best I've ever finished is third, and I thought he was going to finish third tonight, and it turns out that he was being a little sneaky guy. But like how well the three of you did, Alex, you too, obviously, but the three newbies did in the Granddaddy is absolutely incredible.
Thank you, Stu.
Thank you, for sure.
It's an honor.
Definitely the best game.
Hayden, questions. Who were you most surprised by as a cast member this season, based off of watching what was going on in the GRs and the 101s? Who are you most shocked by their gameplay? And then secondly, if you had to cast this cast specifically as heroes versus villains,
oh gosh.
Oh.
Who would be the 7 heroes? Who would be the 7 villains?
Oh golly
Season 11. Season 11 was heroes versus villains.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That'd be a scary season, to be honest. So many villains. They're so
Al,
scary.
you're a hero, buddy.
Those are well, they're both hard questions. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm surprised by this, because I knew Micah was going to do well, but it was just really impressive to see how high his score was. Like, I knew he was doing well socially, but like,
see, like when
really like how dominant he was socially.
I think I ranked him third every single time, and I didn't realize until the end. I was like, oh, I keep playing Micah third.
To see, like, what
I had him high a lot.
He was third every time, so that helped him a lot.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah.
And it felt like everyone thought they were good with Micah secretly.
Yeah, because he's
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
I don't know. Actually, Alex Snow voted him high,
I
but
did
we
test him.
like
I did test him
with him, but he keeps being high.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely was getting. Michael was someone that I was starting to. I wanted out, obviously, moving on, and that's why. But no, he was good for the first week. I think I put him first the first round.
If he was better at comps, I think he would have won the game.
Alex, the night that I won veto, but it was me versus Hal versus Micah. If truly, because it doesn't matter now, if Micah and I would have landed in the final two, because that whole day, our DRs, we were going to send Micah home. Micah needed to go.
I was voting you out over Micah. No, opposite. No. Sorry. No, I didn't say that. I didn't mean that. It was that Freudian slip. I would have kept you. My ideal final four was me, you, Andrew, Hal. I wanted Robbie out the last 3 rounds. I would have voted Robbie out over Micah. I wanted Robbie out immediately. Robbie, I wanted Robbie out before I wanted Micah out, because at that point Micah was like, we all kind of saw Micah as like someone that had to leave, but because I just saw Robbie as with Andrew. Then Andrew would have had to go with me at that point and would have had no other option, wouldn't have had the Robbie to go with, then you wouldn't have been able to take me at that point, and so it would have been much better for me had Robbie had left.
I was really torn between a final two with Hal and Alex, because Hal was my like girly that nobody knew we were like together and like had met each other, and that would have been such a cunty final two. But then with Alex Snow, I was like, okay, people are going to tear me apart for taking him to final two, but we were the two mouths of the season. We were the two people who were like,
we would have been going, it would have been a very different energy final two if they were like, tell me why you deserve to win over the other person. River and I would have been like, screaming. I wouldn't even care. Whatever. River and Andrew and Robbie so nice to each other.
I know.
Could never be me. I'm the villain.
The dramatic.
I'm on the villain's team.
Okay, wait, Hayden.
Yeah. What's that?
Obviously, River and I are villains. Let's be
No! I'm a hero.
Okay. The easiest one is Hal Hero.
Well,
That's
thank you.
hero, obviously.
Yay, thank you so much.
For you. Hero, Hal.
Yay.
Okay. Let me see. I have to look at the cast list. Let's see. Also, like, I think I would put like Ali and Micah as heroes as well, because they kind of pivoted to like the newbies, and so that was kind of like
hero tribe,
like a hero move in my eyes. And then where is this memory wall? Let's see. Stu hero. Stu saved us by keeping us on track. Let's see.
4 people in the hero.
And honestly, JT was gonna go home first anyway, so it really didn't change anything. Good.
Yeah, I never would have kept a straight man, and I didn't.
No, you didn't.
River, I'd probably have to put. I probably would have to put you on the villains. I think you'd be a fun villain.
Alex T's a hero.
Alex T hero.
I think Alex Fox probably also a hero when you look at the other people that are in this.
Yeah.
This menagerie of.
He was playing really. He was the only person that would talk to me. He talked to me. Oh, Andrew did too. But
he was great.
He was very He was doing really well. It was He got unlucky in the bloodbath there, because he was doing very well.
I didn't get unlucky. I knew what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah. I think he got unlucky that it was a bloodbath, I guess, you know.
And then I just have to point out, because the game is over, Hal, do you know that because you didn't really know how the game worked, that is why you stayed? Because you didn't put yourself on the wheel at final. You didn't put yourself on the wheel, which you 100% should have put yourself on the wheel to play the VP at final 10, and you didn't. And had you actually put yourself on the wheel, you would have gone home next to Alex.
Alex,
but
do you
was
know that?
Yeah.
About it in the DMs.
Oh, so you told him not to? Well, why
So
didn't?
no, I realized.
Why didn't you
realized
review him though? I thought it was
that-
crazy not to review him.
I realized afterwards that, oh wow, if I would have played on the wheel, I would have went home. And also I was playing it up a little that I didn't know how to play the game. I was kind of playing an Ashley from Big Brother kind of thing, because I kind of knew how the game was played, but I was like, I'm just gonna play.
I still think it's crazy to not play.
But I didn't want to put my name on the wheel at all, you know.
Which that was also because Allie tried to change. She actually tried to change to put you on, but it was too late because River and Allie just didn't communicate that well enough, I guess. So There was some miscommunication that happened there. I'm not sure what, but yeah. So that's the only reason that happened in the first place. And then yeah,
I think that's when she was trying to switch up. I think that's when she was trying to figure out where she was playing, who she was playing with, the newbies or the vets.
No, I think that you wanted all of them under review, is what Hayden's saying, and then didn't. Because you should have put all of them under review. I think it just was a communication error.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest move of the season was, Hayden?
Oh, biggest move. Dang.
The first boot always wants their flowers at reunions.
Yeah.
And I am the main character of every season I ever play. I was not the biggest move at all.
What do you think the biggest move was then, Stu?
It's 100% the people who left at 4 and 5. Like, it's not even close. It's River and Alex.
Yeah.
Well, we thought it was Alex, and Alex is right that it turns out that it wouldn't have mattered.
But still.
But
yeah. But
the intention behind the
way
move
that
was a big...
I saw Robbie, based on what we knew, thinking Hal had a social score of 740. The only way that Andrew or Robbie wins this season is if the boot is not just the two of you in some order. It had to be River at 5, and it had to be Alex at 4. Like, so I don't think there could be a bigger move than doing those in the exactly correct order.
Well, no, the biggest move of the season is the misboard, like the putting up Allie and Hal and not me and Alex. Like,
well,
no. Actually, hold on, Andrew. So I couldn't tell you at the time, but Hayden can confirm. So that wasn't a missed move. I knew that was what was going on, but this hurts to say. Thank God she's not on. I love Allie more than life, but Allie was playing the same exact game than me, and Alex and I had been talking, and I'd been talking to other people. Everyone in this game loved Allie. And the thing is, I was playing a loyal game, and I was like, I'm not going to be disloyal to anybody I'm playing with, and I never was. I will never vote out Allie, but if Allie gets to the final with me, Allie beats me. She's closer to more people. Allie beats me because she's a vet plus this. So
for you.
I was kind of like, let me throw it in the air, and if it happens, it happens. So Allie was like not the goal, but like it was an educated guess of if it happens, it happens, and I don't get any blood on my hands.
I do feel super bad that she was like, you were cheering for my demise, but I'm like, well, how am I supposed to react? I mean, me and Alex were literally dared to vote each other out.
Yeah, like we would have been so fucked up. So
and we weren't on the board. We didn't win the.
Yeah, I can't believe Micah didn't just push to freaking down both of us, or even have all of us under. Because then we still wouldn't have. Then we still wouldn't have. Because even if you numbed just two of us, or me, Allie, like me, one of us, then I would have had to. I could only have saved. It would have still.
Yeah.
I would have been able to just save myself, I guess. But
so I feel bad, but in my head, right? I'm like, oh, like they're about to nominate me and Alex. Whoever wins the VP stays, and the other person leaves. So I'm dared to vote out Alex no matter what. He's dared to vote.
He's dared to vote you out
no matter what. So I thought we were dead. Like I'm like, this is it. And then I was like, I'm not gonna win the VP. Then all of a sudden, it's the opposite. So then I'm like, oh my god, like how did they? So I feel bad that she took it so badly, because I like Allie a lot. But I was just like in the moment, like that was just a huge game moment of like, oh my gosh, we somehow are surviving this.
So out of everybody on the cast, Robbie, Alex included, what do you think is your, obviously Andrew won and Robbie made final 2, but if you had what's the one move that you're like, oh fuck, what's the one move you regret that you made looking back? What's the one move you wish you would have changed so that you could either make it to the finale? Or Andrew and Robbie, what is the move that you were like, fuck, that almost cost me, thank God I moved it? And then out of Stu and Hayden, what's the one move that you saw this weekend you were like, dude, that was so dumb?
I wish I didn't leave Allie off of the first board. I feel like I should have put her instead of Alex, but Alex T, but
Yeah, that was crazy. Everybody was up in their one-on-ones being like, Alex T.
But, I felt really bad because I had no idea about I really didn't know, and so like I was like, am I gonna vote him out because he's not talking to me? But then I was like, well, I'm wrong for that. So I'm like,
it's non-verbal, correct?
I don't know.
I believe so.
But I think so, yeah.
Alex T, if you're watching, I didn't want you to feel left out. Like I wanted you to be on the board,
which was great.
I wanted, and you know, everything I said that night was true. Like I wanted to extend all branches, and I wanted to give people I didn't know also a chance on the board. And so like I had to sacrifice Allie at that, but like Allie made me first boot season 10, so I was like, if you know if I'll leave her off because technically she owes me, so I was like, I'll leave her off.
I will tell you from first, she was so from the jump, because I came in so late.
Yeah.
If we're going by the people who like DM me first, it was Andrew and Allie, and they were so sweet, which is why I came for you, Andrew, because I was like, okay, Allie and Andrew.
I know, but I was like, well, I'll talk to him, and then I was like, oh my gosh, he's so great, but I already freaking if you showed up maybe like 6 hours earlier, you would have been on the board.
Like, who else do you like? Because she was just so fun. And when she brought up Backgrounds Club, I was like, this is my bitch. But she was like, who do you love Andrew? And she goes, no, we're gunning for him. So she was coming for you, sister. She was.
Why? I don't know what her beef with me is. I've never done anything to her, I don't think.
Didn't you send her home first or something?
She sent me home first.
Oh.
Season 10.
Probably thought you were mad at her for that.
No, I didn't care. So many people have made me first boot.
I voted Andrew out of every single game I've ever played with Andrew.
Yes.
Pretty much.
It would no, and she probably thinks that no, I literally wouldn't have talked to her like every single day if I didn't enjoy her.
Yeah, she's great.
She's silly.
My phone battery is gonna die, so I have to hop off. It was a pleasure, guys. Hope you have a good night.
I'm also going to bed.
And
goodbye. Congrats, Andrew. You killed
Goodbye,
it.
Congrats,
River, I'll
Andrew.
answer your stupid move question because there weren't many. Andrew, you can go work out if you want. It's fine.
Do.
I finally get my moment with just
I want to listen.
and River.
Before you leave, I do want to say, like, genuinely, we came at each other all season because I saw you and respected you as such a gamer, and I am such a fan of you. I hope to see you in so many more.
I mean, everything you were saying was so correct, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm definitely ranked low, but it's like if I can squeak by, maybe I can crawl my way out of it.
Well, you were also scoring everybody else, and you kept saying verbatim. You were like, "Oh, I'm scoring everybody else," and like taking rolls. And I'm like, he knows where his score is against other people. Why is no one clocking this?
And also, I wish I emphasized this more, but I also could read how everybody else was, and that's how I was able to I don't know if you saw the executive comp.
Yeah,
but
that was really impressive.
The executive comp was pick the top 3 people that were ranked from the first episode to before jury, and I picked it in the exact order.
And you know why, River? Because, and I know this because I played with him, he sets up for that comp on the day that the DR's open. Like the day that we have one-on-ones, he is planning for the how much did scores change comp. And that was years ago, so I know he still does that shit.
It was like I just knew exactly.
Yeah.
Because I also look at like my rankings as well, because at first with Robbie, everyone's like, oh my gosh, Robbie's talking to everybody. I'm like, okay, Robbie, you're last. Like if you're gonna be in this game long, and then, after the second cycle, I was like, oh, this is someone I can actually trust. Like he's actually wants to play with me. So then he jumped up to mine, and so I was like, since I went from 12 to 1, and everyone else probably went from low to high as well, he was an easy one. He was easy for me to guess 1, and then you were easy because I knew that you didn't show up, so you were probably low, and then all of a sudden you jumped, so I knew you were 2, and then I knew Micah was 3 because of course Micah was 3. There was no one else that would have been high ranked either. So I got it 1, 2, 3. And just based on what I knew about the game and how everyone was feeling about everybody, so I wish I emphasized that more because that was baller. I was so lit when I got when Hayden was Hayden was 0, 0, 0. Then they got to me and he was like, you got all 3 correct. I was like,
yeah, that was really impressive. Yeah.
And to the original River question,
Yes.
I think this was actually such a tremendous season that there weren't stupid moves as they were happening. Like, I wasn't like DMing Hayden, like, what the fuck just happened? Why are they doing that? The stupidest move of the season happened last night when Robbie saved Andrew. If Robbie doesn't save Andrew, I don't know what was Rivers' social score last night, Hayden?
Let's see.
Even with the 5 thing, I think
like pretty much 0, -1.
Okay, that's a solid score. So he has Hal beat, he has Alex beat. We know for a fact that Robbie wins VP today. So Robbie's going to Final 2, regardless. Probably against River. I don't know what the final score would have been. I think it's possible that Robbie beats River. Obviously, we know it's impossible for him to beat Andrew. I also think it's possible that River beats Robbie, but I think that's the only move, with hindsight, that you could say lost him the game. He was too loyal.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, he was too loyal at the last second, which I would do, Andrew would do, most people would do, but yeah, that was a mistake.
That's what was frustrating is like everything, because everybody was also, you know what, actually, hold on, because I forgot to bring this up last night. You know what pissed me off more than anything in this season is that I didn't, because I've never played, I did not know how this works. So last night when I went back and watched the stream, Andrew and Hal were talking shit while I was in my button, and like, he doesn't know how the Final Four works. So he's been monologuing and bitching about how to do the Final Four. And that's not even how it works. And I'm like, no, why would no one tell me? Why would you take 2 hours up of this show bitching? Something that
I tried to at certain points, and then sometimes I was just like, I just gotta let him go. I just gotta let him get it out.
Everything I said did come true. I also, the entire season.
You were right the whole time. I was like, the whole time I'm like, he's right. I'm like, he's right.
I was clowning you, but I was keeping notes as well. And I was like, Andrew, and everybody else, I wasn't ever, like, not everybody's ear, but a few people's ear. And everyone kept telling me, well, I'm just like rating Andrew high because like he's obviously so, and I'm like low. And I'm like, all of us are rating him high. And he's winning competitions. Guys, his social low score is not that low. Especially when I know
it
definitely was, and then it shot back up because everyone was ranking him high. But yeah.
I just turned it around somehow.
And I kept saying, I even said last night, I was like, he has such a great story. If you bring him through, this is crazy. And I said, you are guaranteeing one of you will be 4th place. And that's what happened. And I also said, if you guys bring me, at least there's a chance, which is what Stu just said. Like, if you bring me, I could have lost against Robbie. I could have won against Robbie. I could have lost against Alex Snow. I could have won against
I
really
think you would have won I
think you beat everybody in the entire cast.
I think you beat everybody. And I think, like, the blacklist, I think you had, like, 5 out of 5. Or maybe.
Oh, wait, can I... Like, I need to get this on the... So...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Just one small thing. River, I think you started this, but you actually made several people say this. They were referring to executive competition as EP. And I just never corrected, but I'm like, it's not called EP, but... It's called executive, but it's. I was like, it's kind of funny to see all the people saying EP. I'm like, I'm just gonna.
It's technically right. It's the executive position. Let's call it
executive position, executive power. Yeah.
Executive power. Yes.
Yeah.
It fit. I didn't. Obviously, like, because I'm a little nerd when it comes to black market, but I was like, EP's still correct. I'm not gonna drag him for that.
Sorry, Steve. What were you saying? Or.
No, I was just saying that if it had been Robbie and Andrew in Final 2, like, I wouldn't have wanted Andrew to lose, but, like, I would have been okay with it. Like, that's how much fun it was watching River play.
I was okay with it. Like, I was like... I didn't think
I would have been pissed off a little bit, actually, because I truly, like... The entire season, I knew Andrew was the winner. Like, the entire season, I kept saying in my DRs, I was like, Andrew's eating this season up. If it's not me, it needs to be Andrew. Like, he's eating. And that's why I kept bitching about him. Like, guys, Robbie, and like again, this is not a dig at Robbie because I think Robbie is such a wonderful person. But for Robbie, for me, his what's the word? His strategy was to play the middle. That way, nobody focused on him or targeted him, and the rest of us were targeting each other, which is a strategy. But, and I would have appreciated it, but the fact that Andrew was a target the entire season for the majority of the cast, he also ranked low. He also was, like, he ranked low, and he was doing all these things, but he also won the most competitions. He also saved himself every single time he could go up in the bottom. It was like, girl, he's playing this season so hard. Like, if he gets to the final two, that's such a fucking speech. So I truly, and I even...
Also, the trail game, I set it up for Robbie to win. Like, because I was building all these walls so everyone would spend social points and also help me just in case it was, like, even close. Like, I was making, you know, Alex spend social points just in case, you know, just in case he won the VP.
And you're the only one. You spent all those points, and you were the only one to not put yourself on the board. Like, you had so many moments every episode, and so Alex Snow was like, I don't know, he pissed me off with his speech, and I was like, babe, the only cast member of this season was Andrew to, like, eat every episode and do something crazy. Like, I would have been pissed off if you didn't win.
I was okay with it. I mean, like I said, I was like, I'm gonna have to sweep the jury to win, and somehow.
All I've been doing, by the way, tonight is just going back through, like, my last 4 weeks in a 3-person group chat that I'm in with Andrew, where he complains about the game, and now I'm replying to all the stupid shit that he said.
Every message everywhere is, I'm losing the game. I'm like, have no chance.
Yeah.
He has zero. He's like, I have 0 avenues, and I just replied, dumbass.
Oh, wait 1 second.
Bye, Hayden.
River, I've got your wallet right here.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. You live in...
Uh-oh.
You.
Say?
Sorry, you cut out.
In a place that... Oh.
What area are you in?
Can you hear me?
A place with no Wi-Fi.
I live in Hollywood. I live right down the road from where...
Oh, from where the Survivor watch party is? You keep cutting out.
Yeah.
Do you do improv, right?
Wednesday?
Do you do improv?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to an improv thing in Santa Monica like in an hour. Do you want to just go to that and then I'll bring you your wallet?
Santa Monica?
It's in Santa Monica.
Boulevard or like Santa Monica?
Santa Monica City. Or is that too far?
I think that's far.
It's too far. Okay, I'll meet you at the Survivor watch party then. I'll meet you at the Survivor watch party.
On Wednesday? Well, hold on. Are you doing a show? Are you performing?
I'm doing it. It's just a jam. So
then
just
I'll
like
come watch you in a show.
If you want to come, yeah. It's just a jam. It's just like an open mic sort of. Like you put your name in a bucket and then you perform. You can perform too.
What's that?
It's at 10.
Okay, girls. Well, in that case, I need to get actual clothes.
All right. I'll send you the address. All right.
Thank you guys for being such a fun season, and I'm so glad I got to play with you guys. This was awesome.
It was. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
awesome.
Thank you. Congrats again, Andrew. You played an amazing game. Yes.
From the first person to be first boot and then become a winner.
Yeah. Technically, Kyle did it in reverse. You're the first person to do it in that order. But, yes. All right. Yeah, and thank you, everyone who is viewing for the reunion, too. And, yeah, good night, everyone, and see you next season.
Black market rules.